Welcome to Daily Fantasy Shorts, always on point and to the point. Today's episode will feature 5 value picks for your DraftKings lineups for the 2021 Memorial Tournament. We'll also include a brief course overview and our 5 stat categories we evaluated golfers on. And as always, stick to the end. We got our 4 Contrarian picks, and we nailed them last week. We got a 7th place finish at 1.7% ownership, so don't miss out. Before we get to our value picks, let's do a brief course overview. Muirfield Village Golf Club, Dublin, Ohio. This is a Jack Nicklaus design. It's a very iconic course, second shot course with a thick rough. Think positioning shots, using less than drivers off the tee, things of that sort. It's a par 72, 7,543 yards, bent grass, very fast undulating greens, so that'll be challenging. The weather this week should be 70s to 80s throughout. No significant wind, but there is a chance of rain on Thursday. Scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be a very nice finish to the tournament with great weather as well. And our 5 categories we need to focus on this week will be, first, strokes gained approach. I feel like a broken record. I've talked about this category importantly for 3 weeks in a row, and it occurs yet again. This is a second shot course, and what other way to describe a good fit for this course than strokes gained approach. Second will be par 5 scoring. This is the type of course with a very difficult set of par 5s. It'll be very difficult to get birdie, let alone eagle, on these par 5s, so it's essential for us to get golfers who are scoring well on par 5s. And our third category is good driving percentage. This will encompass accuracy off the tee. It never hurts to be able to put it out long. Ball striking will be okay here at this course, but a bonus will be for accurate drivers off the tee. And fourth, proximity to the hole from 150 to 175 yards. This is just going to drill down more on that approach into a precise distance, and that distance will be key this week as the setup of the course will allow for a lot of those distance approaches. And our final category is putting, 10 feet and in. These are very difficult undulating greens, and if we qualify a golfer in this category, they're less likely to miss on these very, very challenging greens. And so that brings us to our value picks this week, which are all 8,500 or less on DraftKings, beginning with Louis Oosthuizen, 8,500. He's number 1 in putting 10 feet and in. And he's also looked excellent on approach in his last 2 tournaments. He's got great form. At 8,500, he's a great price on DraftKings. And our second pick this week is Charlie Hoffman, 8,200 on DK. He's went from 9th to 5th in strokes gained approach over the previous week. He recently finished 3rd. He's very streaky, so let's ride that wave. He's been putting well. Charlie Hoffman at 8,200 is also a good price on DK. Number 3, Emiliano Grillo. I feel like a broken record on this one as well. It's been 3 weeks in a row that he's hit on our value picks, but he just qualifies on all these categories on these courses he's playing. He hasn't really put it together until last week. He's went from 12th to 9th approach to the green, 11th in good driving percentage. He's also 20th to 15th over the last week, proximity 175 to 150. 3 qualifying categories this week. He's hitting on all 3. I really look for him to do well this week on DK. And number 4, Christian Bezuidenhout, 7,600. He's 12th in proximity, 175 to 150, and he's 5th in putting overall. Like we said before, this is a very difficult course to putt on, so I want to take a few golfers who are performing well in the putting category. And our final value pick is Brendan Todd at 7,200 on DK. I really wish he would have made the cut last week on our value picks. He was this close. But we can only do so many in a given video. He went from 15th to 13th from last week to this week in par 5 scoring. In that same time frame, he's went from 15th to 12th in good drive percentage and also 11th to 8th in putts inside 10 feet. So he's hitting on all categories. I look for him to do great again this week. So let's lock him in at 7,200 for a value pick on DraftKings. And as always, we close out our video with our 4 contrarian picks. We nailed them last week. Let's keep it rolling. Russell Henley, 7,200 is our first contrarian pick. He's 7th in stroke gain approach. He's 17th in good driving percentage, hitting on 2 categories. He's reasonably priced, and I look for him to perform well this week. Troy Merritt, 6,900. He's showing 5% ownership right now. I don't know how that holds, and he might slide out of the contrarian picks. But for now, at 5%, we got to lock him in. He's putting hot. He's got top 10s in 3 out of his last 4 tournaments, and he's also improving in the stroke gain category around the green. His form is great. We got to use him at 6,900 if he's going to be low owned as he's projected right now. Kyle Stanley, 6,100 is our third contrarian pick. He's really low on the pricing this week in DraftKings. I think these last 2 picks are a little bit mispriced. He's 50th to 32nd in approach over the last week. He's also improved from 48th to 37th in good driving percentage in that time frame, and he remains locked in at 21st in proximity, 175 to 150, 3 qualifying categories. I look for him to outperform that cheap price this week. And our final contrarian pick is Russell Knox, also at 6,100 on DK. 21st in approach, 34th in good driving percentage, 15th in proximity, 175 to 150. This is a golfer that just needs to get hot with his putter to do big damage at that price this week on DK. So let's try to get some of these contrarian picks and value picks locked into our lineups this week. And as always, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe to Daily Fantasy Shorts, and we'll see you again next week. Good luck.